Why is it that we can boycott companies, brands, and entertainers that threaten Black consciousness, but we refuse to question the very institution that has done the most damage to our collective liberation? And that is religion. Why do we walk out on Gucci and Balenciaga, Target and Walmart, Sephora and so many others, but still walk into churches, synagogues, temples, and mosques that were never meant for our empowerment? Why is it easier for us to call out celebrities like Snoop Dogg, Nelly, Soldier Boy, to name a few, than to call out the very belief systems that have kept us in chains mentally for centuries? The answer is simple, but yet so complex. It's because religion wasn't given to us to set us free. No, on the contrary, it was given to us to make us obedient and docile to the system of oppression. For centuries, we as a people have been divided, not by our ethnicity, not by our African roots, but by religious indoctrination. We have been programmed to put faith over identity, to be Christian, Muslim, or Hebrew before we are Black. And that, my dear, is a problem. Now, let's be clear on one thing. Before slavery or chattel enslavement, to be specific, before colonization, our ancestors didn't worship a white man on a stick called Jesus. They didn't bow to an Arab god. They didn't need a Bible, a Torah, or a Quran to know divinity. So the big question is, but what did the oppressors do? Well, they made us to believe our ancestral ways were evil. They stripped us of our languages, our names, and our spiritual sciences. They told us that salvation comes through the very books they used to justify slavery. And now here we are in the 21st century, still debating, still divided, and still enslaved mentally. People, we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. Cognitive dissonance is when you hold two opposing beliefs but cannot reconcile them. And when it comes to religion, Black people are drowning in it. We are drowning in cognitive dissonance. Think about it. We will scream Black power, but bow to a God that was forced upon us by a slave master. Mm. We will say unity in the Black community, but refuse to work with someone because they don't follow our religion or ideology. Or our religion tells us that these people are ungodly. We will claim God is love, yet our religious institutions are the biggest source of divisions among us. My people, it's time to wake up and take the blinders off. Now, let me clear the air because I know the comments going to come. This is not an attack on faith. This is a call to wake up. Religion should be born from culture, not the other way around. Now, look at any sovereign people worldwide, all over the globe. The Chinese have Taoism and Confucianism because it came from their own people. The Indians have Hinduism and Sikhism because it came from their own people. The indigenous people of the Americas had earth based spiritual systems because it came from their own people. But the question is, but us? What about us? Our religion was chosen for us. Our gods were assigned to us. Our spiritual identity was erased, rewritten, and then sold back to us as truth. We are the only people on earth who let a foreign faith dictate how we see ourselves. Before the Bible, before the Quran, before the Torah, before Western religion, we had our own spiritual science. We understood Ma'at, the principles of truth, justice, and balance. We practiced Ifa, Vodun, Akan, and Kemetic spirituality. We knew the divine was within, not in some sky god waiting for us to die to give us our reward. That is what was indoctrinated into us, in which many of our people still are in a chokehold believing in. So, what did the oppressors do to brainwash us, to confuse us, to cause us to divorce our spiritual lineage? What did they do? They demonized our ancestors' ways and practices because they knew spirituality, a spiritual people, and a spiritually awakened Black people is an unstoppable force to be reckoned with. So, what did they do? They separated us from our power and the knowledge of the use of that power passed down through generations spiritually to a people. I want you to remember this: Black first, spirituality second, liberation always. It's time to wake up. It's time to reclaim what was stolen. It's time to see through the illusion of the matrix. So let me ask you this. If religion wasn't used to empower us, then who does it really serve? How much stronger would we be as a people if we saw ourselves as one people first before any religious affiliation? How much more powerful would we be if we reconnected to the divine wisdom our ancestors left for us? And what's stopping you from breaking the chains today? Remember, this is high time to think for yourself, unlearn to learn your truth, and reclaim your ancestral heritage and spirituality, empowerment, and freedom. So if you watched this far into the video, I want you to drop a fire emoji in the comments. If you're ready to really deconstruct and deal with the core issue that keeps us mentally enslaved, religion. And if this message spoke to you, I want you to share this message so more of our people can break free from the matrix. Our videos during this month has been being suppressed due to the truth and the message. So help us and use the bottom up method, which is share, save, repost, comment, heart. So help us push this out. And if you want to support this movement, you can send your love gifts to dollar sign capital VSY lowercase ISRAEL 2021. We appreciate all that you do. And we want you to know and to remember to keep growing, keep glowing, and remember that you have inside of you all it takes to be your best self. Start today and never let anybody else tell you otherwise, that you're great as you are. This has been Sanko for Sessions Podcast with your host, Chief Apostle Veronica Israel. I love you all. And until next time, peace be with you.